which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done on earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory forever.
And the glory forever.
In Jesus' mighty name.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. And amen. Okay. As usual, we're gonna start in-house. All right, we're gonna start in-house with Q&A. You got anything? Don't everybody rush the stands at one time. Let me tell you about Q&A. Yeah. Where's it at? One is in 7. Where's the other one at? One is in 7 and one is in 14. Q&A. Lord have mercy. I love how the Lord has changed my thought process on Q&A from the time that I do this. Don't cheat. Until this. Let's see what the right answer is. Let's read about it. All right. Revelation chapter 7. Let's pick it up at verse 1.
Verse 1. After these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth,
Yeah.
holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Okay.
And I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
All right, so we got right here is 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. If we continue to keep reading until verse 8, you're going to see all the names of the children of Israel, save who was it that's missing from here? Gad is here. Dan, save for the tribe of Dan. Why it's not here, I don't know. Maybe when the Lord when we see the Lord, we can ask him why he ain't put it in here. But Dan is missing out of here.
What's the question?
So the question is, the 144,000. There's 2 sets of them.
Right.
Are they the same? Are they the same? Correct. That was the question. Are they the same? All right. So we see 144,000 of the children of Israel. Boom. Here. From each
Somebody
tribe.
need to turn that volume down on that phone.
That phone upstairs. What was that, yeah? Hey, Jay, you need to turn your phone down, brother.
Where his phone at? It's down here.
It's up in the room, man.
Somebody go up.
It's up in the room, man. I'll go up in the room and see where his phone at, man. Here, where it's going on, where it's coming from. All right, now verse 14. Let's look at here. Let's see what's going on. Chapter 14, and pick it up at verse 1. Revelations. Chapter 14 and verse 1. Let's see what that says.
I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sinai, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Uh-huh. Verse 2.
And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of the harping with their harps.
Uh-huh.
And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne,
Uh-huh.
and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Okay.
These are they which were not defiled with woman, for they are virgins.
Oh, okay.
These are they which followed the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. And these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and unto the Lamb. And in their mouths was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly.
All right, that's cool. That's cool right there. So now, we see that this 144,000 right here, it says that they were redeemed. They have their father's name written in the forehead, father's name written in their foreheads. And when we skip down here, the verse 3 said they sang, as it were, a new song before the throne. 14 and 3. Yeah. We did 7 first. You know what I mean? So now, verse 3 said they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which not defiled were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. And these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. And my page is ripped right there. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see it?
That's crazy.
Page is ripped right there. So listen, it says they were 144,000 that was redeemed from the earth, right? Now, the one in 7, what gets me at this one right here says they were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. All right.
What was the question?
What was the question again, Israel? Are they the same?
144,000 in Revelation chapter 7. Same 144,000 in Revelation chapter 14.
I can't say that they are. I can't say that they are. I don't think they are. No.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Who are the Revelation 7? Who are those 144,000?
Israel.
That's Israel. That's all out of the tribe of.
Revelation 7, pick it up at 1.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, and that the winds should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel descending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So that means the 144,000 that you read in Revelation 7 are servants of God sealed during the Great Tribulation.
That's what it said.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Meantime, the 144,000 that you read in Revelation chapter what, 14?
They redeemed.
They the 144,000 virgin men. When is servants, when is men, virgin men who follow the Lord wherever he going after we get into the kingdom. Can any of the 144,000 in Revelation 7 be a part of the 144,000 Revelation 14? Possibly.
Don't say that's another.
But they are not the same 144,000.
Yeah.
One is during great tribulation, on who not going to get hit by the wrath of the Lord, because the next chapter in Revelation, chapter 8, is the 7th seal being opened, where the wrath of God is coming. The other have all made it through tribulation, But so what? A lot of people make it through tribulation, but they are virgins. So that means that you ain't a part of the 144,000 Revelation chapter 14 iron, but you could be a part of the one in chapter 7.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not here.
No,
I ain't no person. I got 6 ways to rule that.
And you know what's funny about that whole thing right there, and only because I heard from an elder that they may think it was aborted children or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm like, but that's just a thought. But I'm like, it's specific though. It's like 144,000.
It's like men who was not defiled by women.
You know what I'm saying?
As if like they took this path purpose. You know what I mean? Like but yeah, but that question came to me, so I thought I'd bring it to y'all. Most people get it wrong. That's why I said if you're cheating, you're gonna get it wrong. But if you go in there, what I say is when you take the characteristics and you put them on a piece of paper of chapter 7 and chapter 14, they don't equal.
Yeah.
They don't equal, they can't be the same people.
Meaning that once before tribulation and once after. So
if one men versus the other servants of God, like it's just too many variables, even though there are some similarities, because somebody said, well, the ones in Revelation 14, because they said they had the name of God in their forehead, right?
Yeah.
But so they said, so that's the seal. I said, well, why didn't he just say seal? He used it in Revelation chapter 7. But also, if you go to Revelation chapter 3, you'll also see that him that overcame is the name of God written upon him.
Yeah.
So just because you got the name, again, the characteristics don't equal 100% to say that they are both the same group. That's all.
Word.
You blessed if you either one of those 144.
True indeed. But just what he's saying right there in chapter, you said chapter 3 or the chapter?
Yeah, I said 3.
It is 3. It's in 2, but that's another name. But here, yeah, 3. 3 and we look at 12. I think yeah. So it says at verse 10 it says, because this is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Verse 12, to him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God. There it is right there. And the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name. So, yeah, this is definitely after tribulation. Because this is definitely after tribulation. Why? Because he says, New Jerusalem is coming down. So remember, after the Lord sets down all his enemies, the last enemy being death, and he get the world right, he's going to offer the kingdom up to the Father. So I guess now in Revelations 14, because in Revelation 7, that's when the Lord is about to do, he's going to seal his servants, right? 144,000. There, right? That's the Lord about to bring his wrath upon the earth. In chapter 14, now we're seeing that the wrath is done, right? And this is after the tribulation. So now this is after the great tribulation. You know what I mean? After the Lord done did his wrath, now we got this whole other version, which makes sense now, because now it's a choice, like you said. Like these men made a stern choice to follow the Lord, and we're gonna put we're gonna put the women aside. We're gonna do all this. We're gonna make it that we follow the Lord. I mean, it makes sense. It makes very good sense. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it from that perspective, because that's exactly what it is. You had the great tribulation. Then the 1/3 getting taken out by Satan, by the man of sin and the beast. 1/3, or is it 2/4? 2/3. Oh no, 1/3, right? It's 1/3. Or 4. Then the Lord will come and take out a whole nother third. You know what I mean? After he's done, that's why his servants are getting sealed. You know what I mean? Then after everything's done, you got New Jerusalem coming down. and he's going to write the Father's name on there. So when you read again at in chapter 14, that's very good. Chapter 14 and verse 1. Pick it up again, brother.
And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on a Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads.
Like we just read it, verse in chapter 3, verse 12. Go ahead.
And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
Mm-hmm.
And they sung, as it were, a new song before their throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth.
So now, here's another thing that we're going to look at. So let's look at chapter 7, because when we go down, John's going to ask him another question. At verse 9 in chapter 7, first of all, we see at verse 8, we see 144,000 of Israel, right? And then at verse 9, we're going to see there was other people that were sealed out of all nations, right? So now, look what John is going to ask about these people that were sealed from all nations. And you're going to see the difference here at when it says these were redeemed from the earth, right?
Yes.
Now look how these were, look what he asked, what John asked the angel now. So now, he says, verse 11, pick it up at 7 and 11. What it say?
And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders and the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshiped
No,
God.
I'm sorry. Let's just put that. Just read at 9, and then we're going to skip. Read at 9 first.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
All right, now skip on down here, and at verse 13, what it says.
And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they?
Where did they come from? Now, where did these come from? Because we see that the 144,000 was sealed. We see that after this, all these other people right here, you know,
would make it more than
there's more than 144. 144,000 sealed. That's Israel. That's going to be the teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now, at verse 9, who's the other people that sealed too? Go ahead. Where they come from?
Oh, let me read 9 again.
No.
Oh,
keep reading. Keep on reading. Verse 14.
And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest.
Man, shoot, you know where they coming from. I'm in the vision. I don't. You telling me? Keep reading, Israel.
And he said to me, These are they which came out of the great tribulation.
Now see that? These came out of great tribulation. Real specific about that situation. But at verse 14, well, finish reading.
And had washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
Come on.
Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them.
Yeah.
They shall hunger no more,
Yeah.
neither thirst any more.
Come on.
Neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living waters. To living fountains of water. And God shall wipe away all tears from their
All right, so they have a position here. They straight here. They're good, right? They came out of great tribulation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to actually be in the Lord's kingdom, right? And it's all good. But these over here in verse 14, this is after that.
Absolutely.
All right? And these are the only ones in 14. This 144,000, hey, they could learn a new song. And only they can learn this song. Not him, not these over here. And all that they good, but these ones over here, man, it looked like the Lord has something special for them. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, somebody else can say something.
No, I agree with that.
All right. All praises to the Most High. It looked like something. Okay.
Listen carefully. What seal? Because this question will come to you just like this.
Okay.
What seal are we in now?
None. That's it.
I ain't gonna have what our brother said, and he said wrong. And so, your answer is right. I said, no, that ain't what one of our brothers said. Meaning, one of our teachers, not in Philly, but I got a phone call shortly thereafter, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, make sure you know the right. So, I'm saying, at the end of the day, we need to know, well, what seal has been opened up?
Let's just read.
Yes, because here's what we're saying. The seal, all the seals have been opened. You understand that statement?
I guess because we have the plan of God got to start, right?
If you go to Revelation chapter 5, you're going to see the Lamb opened up the seal.
The question was asked, who can open the seal?
Right. So then all the seals are open. But what seal are we in now? Then the answer is. So the way I'm going to answer that, I'm going to answer it. And I'm going to take you back to Revelation chapter 5 so we can read all that.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to break down Revelation chapter 6. Pause at 7 because we already talked about it a little bit. And then I'm going to break down Revelation chapter 9 to show you the seals. Right? What are they and how we're not in the seal. We are chronologically, we ain't at seal 1 because like you just said, that's the Great Tribulation.
Great tribulation, that starts that, yeah.
So I'm just saying, one of our brothers made a mistake, called it wrong. I just want to make sure
It's on record.
we on the right page.
On record so we can,
We on the right page out here in Philly.
Yeah. All right, let's look at Revelation chapter 5, and let's pick it up at verse 1, Israel, when you get started. Go ahead and take it off.
And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, on the backside, and sealed with the 7 seals.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?"
So mind you, at Revelation chapter 1 and 1, what are we doing here? It says the revelation of Jesus Christ. Who are revealing? Jesus Christ. What is Jesus Christ here to do? He's the redeemer not only of Israel, but the savior of the world, right? To redeem the world back to give back what Adam took away from us. So now, all Revelation is revealing the plan of God by way of Jesus. You know what I mean? So now, that's it. We're revealing them. So now, who's worthy to open up this book? The book is what's written, everything that's going to happen with this whole world, all right? So now, who's worthy to open up the book? Go ahead. Verse 3.
And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
Come on.
And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon.
All right.
And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loosen the 7 seals thereof.
So remember, at the end of the 7th seal, it's finished. You see what I'm saying? It's done. So that what's done? You know, the plan of salvation for mankind, the plan that God and Jesus, both of them, have came up with before the foundation of the earth. So he's worthy to open up the book. All right, go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
So now, once again, just for a little side note, for everybody that want to believe that there's some type of Trinity, there's always, whenever you see the Lord talking and referring back to somebody sitting on the throne, there's always one dealing with another. One or. You only see 2 people here. This is just a side note for people. Go ahead, Israel.
And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Mm-hmm.
And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and have redeemed us to God by the blood out of every kindred and tongues and people and nations.
So who we talking about here? Are we clear who we talking about here? Who this is? Yeah, that's Jesus, correct? I just want to make sure everybody on the same page here. Go ahead, keep reading this, bro.
And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beasts and the elders. And the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessings. And every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying.
That's cool. So now, skip on down to verse 6 now. So we see that he's able, the Lamb came, he got the book out of the Father's hand. He ain't taking it from his own hand. That's what people, I don't understand what people doing. He took it out of the Father's hand, the other God. And now he's opened up the book, and then now we're going to read the breaking of the seals of what's going to happen. Huh? Yes, right here. 6, right now. Yes, ma'am. 6 and 1, what does it say?
And I saw when the Lamb opened up the seals, I heard as if
One of the seals.
one of the seals.
Yeah, all right. I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and what?
And I heard as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering to conquer.
Yeah.
And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another.
Come on.
And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see.
Yeah, yeah.
And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the fourth beast say, A measure of wheat for a penny.
Yeah.
And 3 measures of barley for a penny.
And
see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
So real fast, what we need to understand here, and this is where Hollywood gets it wrong. When they see the seals open, you see a white horse, you see a red horse, you see a black horse, and we're gonna see a pale horse. And they got 4 horsemen come here as if there's 4 different people. These first 4 seals is talking about one person. That's the one that's going to be called, we're going to come to know as the Antichrist. And his succession in power, as his power is starting to grow, what he's going to be starting to do. All right. And now, when, like I say in Thessalonians, before the end come, it says the man of sin got to be revealed, the son of perdition. He has to be revealed. So once he gets revealed, and we know when he's going to be revealed, when he's sitting in the temple and proclaiming to be God. From then you can start counting down, boom, what's going to happen. Now, what's going to happen when he's in there? He's going to give people the mark of the beast. You're not going to be able to buy or sell without the mark, you know what I mean? So now when you get over here in succession at verse 6, where he says, at verse 5, he says, when he had opened the third seal, I heard the beast, the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances now. So now everything going to be out of weight. You're going to start paying more money for less product. Where before he was in power, it was kind of getting even. You can get your money and everything right. Things is going to start really changing when he becomes in power, when God allows this man to come in power. Because back here at Revelation 13, hold your finger here. We're going to go right back here. I'm going to show you. Revelation 13. When he's in power now, what is he going to cause people to do? Boom, boom, boom. Pick it up at verse 16. What does it say?
And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their foreheads,
Uh-huh.
and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
All right, so we understand. Now, going back here. So now when you see back here, he said he had a pair of balances in his hands, right? And I heard a voice at verse 6, this is at 6 and 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Wow, you know what I mean? So, like, everything's going to be out of order, and he's going to have control over your finances. You know what I'm saying? So,
And with war comes famine too.
and with war comes famine, brother. Absolutely. So understand, he's just, these first four seals is talking about the Antichrist or the man of sin. It's not individual. This is him progressing in power and strength as the Lord is allowing him to come. As he come and set up shop, he's going to, verse 2 say, I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. Who is he emulating? Like I said in chapter 13, you're gonna see that he's speaking like a, what does it say here? At verse 11. Read chapter 13 and verse 11. What he's speaking like. And keep your hands at 13. We're going right back and forth. We're gonna go back
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Come on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
Go ahead.
And he spake as a dragon.
Why is that? Because who else is coming?
He's a false Jesus.
He's a false Jesus. And that's how he's coming. And that's when that white horse, you know what I mean, is going to come. When he coming like the Savior or like he God. You know what I'm saying? He's going to sit there, and what is he coming in? So he's going to have, and through his policy, he is going to conquer. And conquer what? He's going to come and say peace, peace. And as soon as he say peace, what's going to happen? Sudden destruction. You see what I'm saying? So he's coming to conquer and conquer, right? And then when the second seal is open, he said, oh, look, it's a red horse now. What's happening now? If he's conquering, what's going to happen now? And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Because peace, there ain't going to be no peace. And how does peace get taken? War.
There it is.
You see what I'm saying? So you're seeing this man of sin progressively getting stronger and stronger as he comes down. All right? So now, go all the way down to this chapter 7, verse 7, the 4th seal. What did it say?
And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see.
What did he see?
And I looked, and beheld a pale horse.
Uh-huh.
And his name that sat on him was Death.
Keep reading.
And hell followed with him.
So death, his name is Death. Why? How's he going to bring death? Through famine, through war, through food shortages. This man is going to do all this. So don't get it twisted. When you see the 4th beast, the white horse, the red horse, the black horse, and the pale horse, this is just simply talking about one person progressing in power, okay? So it's even going to tell you here at verse 8. And I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sat on him is Death. And what?
And hell followed with him.
Go ahead.
And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth.
To do what, brother?
To kill with sword,
Mhm.
and with hunger,
Come on.
and with death,
Uh-huh.
and with the beast of the earth.
And with death, well, what's death mean? Like, whether it be biological warfare, chemical warfare, whatever brings death, that's how he's coming to do it. And it's no wonder, you look at Catholic charities, they give out food, don't they? Don't they give out shelter?
Yes.
Catholic charities? Who's head of the Catholic charity? Ain't that wrong? So they give you food. What food they give me? They gave me ham. When I was on it, before I was in this, they would give me ham. They give me, you know what I mean? They give me other stuff that's abominable according to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Now, let alone the things that they got in store with the FDA and all that stuff. That, you know what I mean? Where they got, it's more profitable not to cure the sickness, but to keep you sick, so that money can be there. So they're killing you with death. You know what I mean? So death encompasses all the other means by way, whether it's not the sword or it's not death, whatever else they can kill you, they're going to do that. And that's what he's bringing. So now after that, let's see what the Lord has done when he opened up the fifth seal now. Now, mind you, we're not in none of the seals because why? The first seal starts off the tribulation. And the tribulation didn't start yet. Okay? So now, as this is going on, what's happening with the fifth seal now? Go ahead.
And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
Come on.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
But now what's happening here? At verse 11.
And white robes were given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them,
What?
That they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
All right, so understand. Now, when we read from 9 to 11, we understand, brothers and sisters, that there's no one in heaven, let alone under the altar crying out to God, because we understand that those that die, they in the ground until what? The heavens be no more, correct? So now this is a vision that he's seeing about the future, what's happening. This fifth seal is just a call out for us to know that the Lord knows about all the people that's going to be slain in his name, and that justice has to be served to that blood that's crying out, like the blood of righteous Abel that's still crying from the earth till this day. So if anybody does not adhere to what God got going on or come on underneath his law, statutes, commandments, and guess what? They're going to get the punishment that is going to be deserved for anyone that slays the innocent. And the blood is going to be avenged from Abel to Zacharias to Jesus, everybody, you know what I mean? You can follow up underneath that. So he's just saying that this is just a record. If any of y'all have anything else to say on that, we can go ahead and bring it in. But guess what? This is just a record, and the Lord let you know this is a record that, hey, I know what's going on, but hey, you got to rest a little season. You're gonna rest in your bed and in your righteousness, like it's saying in Isaiah 57. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be able to rest, and when they come up, it's gonna be good. That's all this is saying here. So don't look for when you read this to try to say that, hey, just dead people talking to you, because dead don't say nothing. The dead know nothing. All right. The sixth seal. What we say, Israel? Verse 12.
And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black and sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood.
Stop. When has this happened? Has this ever happened yet? So it's a specific time when this is going to happen. This is the sixth seal, right? Okay. So we understand that when this part happened, that means the Lord, he's on his way back here, right? So this hasn't happened yet, so you know the seals ain't been broken yet. Like the help that. The Lord opened up the seal. I guess if we say he opened up the book, the seal that was written on there, because the book is sealed itself. The book is sealed, and then it got 7 seals on it. So a seal had to be broken to open up the book. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, well, are we in any of the tribulation? No. It's not happening now. It's not happening now. If anybody else got something else to add to that, you know, it's all good. We cool on that?
Dear Fire, I'm just going to say, I don't have to say nothing, but I'm just going to say it.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, the seals, the Lamb opened the seals.
Yes.
And the first 4 seals is the Antichrist.
Yes, sir.
And the 6th seal is Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And what Jesus is coming to do is the 5th seal, avenge them of their adversaries.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know, basically, all these people still gotta die. You know that's gonna happen. Right. And the Lord gonna revenge them. Just like he gonna revenge everybody at the same time. It's a vision. Yeah. So there's a 0% chance that any of this actually was happening when it was being told to John.
Right.
Meaning, ain't no 24 elders in heaven. Ain't no soul under the altar.
Right.
This was a vision.
Right.
Saying that this is real is just like saying we can hit hyperdrive because we seen Star Wars in space. You really saw it, but I ain't seen nobody get hyperdrive yet.
Hey, roll with Robert.
Because I be doing hyperdrive.
That nigga be
We
doing
robbing banks, we doing hyperdrive. I ain't gonna lie to you. And we can hyperdrive and be back at the bank in 3 seconds.
You ain't roll with Robert David, sir.
Everybody's jokes today.
I know, right? So seriously though, so yeah, like nothing. I'm gonna say this with all assurance. Nothing that you see in the Book of Revelation is actually happening. It is all a vision, television. So if you see somebody in heaven, or when John seeing people up and he looking at the heavens and all that, these are visions. These are not. He is not looking past the body of water to the reality of it all. So that's why when I was breaking down the souls under the altar, your reference points better be the law.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the law says dead on top.
Yeah, don't say nothing yet.
So that's all I gotta add to it. I ain't got too much. You did just fine.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Yes, sister. Somebody got a place. They need to see somebody got the same question online. They're like, oh, please. Yeah, good.
My question is Joshua 6. Why did the innocent slayer have to wait until the high priest died to go back home?
Ooh, that's a good question, sister. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. You know, in this, you ever see John Wick? You know how they have the hotels are safe havens and stuff like that. That's how I know they be getting stuff from the Bible on that aspect.
course.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things like there's so much embedded in this. They're not stupid people that make movies. They really be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really be in the book. You know what I mean?
Lines.
That's wild. Joshua 6, and we're going to pick it up at verse, where we at here? Joshua 20?
20? I thought she's.
Joshua 20, you said? Joshua 20 and verse 6.
Oh, I thought
it's
you
going
said
to
6.
refer. It's really going to refer us all the way back to Exodus. So when the children of Israel were coming out of Egypt, the Lord gave them judgments and stuff, how they're supposed to treat each other. But we won't get there. We won't get back there. So Joshua 20 and verse 6. Let's go.
You ready?
Go ahead, Israel.
And he shall dwell in that city.
Let's pick it up at verse 1.
Gotcha.
Pick it up at verse 1 and we'll read down into it.
Yep.
Go ahead,
The
Israel.
Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out for you cities of refuge, whereof I spake unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. And when he that doeth flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city, and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city.
So you're going to stand at the gate of the city, right? So you can't even
Can't
come in.
go in, right.
You can't even go in, you know what I mean? Because this is a city of refuge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen, state your business. What you here for?
Right.
Because he could be on something like, oh, I'm sick,
Right.
I'm not here for nothing. Then get up in there
And then
rip him.
yeah,
You know
yep.
what I'm saying? Because he's
Yes,
mad.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so go ahead. It is exactly what it said. It is
That's
a
what it
city
said.
of refuge.
Yeah,
It was unwillingly released so they can.
Like people trying to get in the hospital and off you, you ain't dead yet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's so that they can be safe. Because
Right,
mind
safe.
you, the thing is, he unwittingly killed somebody.
Right, yeah. He
But sometimes everybody got family members that don't care about it. Well,
That part.
Like, dad, go on.
It's that part.
Peace,
Peace,
sister.
sis.
Have a good week.
Safe
all right?
travel in Jesus' name.
So we all have family members that shoot first and ask questions later. Like, no, you know what I mean? So, no, we're going to save you for this until
That's a fact.
he or she have a cooler head. You dig what I'm saying? So now keep on reading. Where we at, Israel?
I'm going to start it again.
Yeah.
Verse 4. And when he that doeth flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city,
Yeah.
and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city.
Yes.
They shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place, that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not deliver the slayer up into his hand,
Okay.
because he smote his neighbor unwittingly.
So was no malice in the killing of the neighbor. It was an accident. It was unwittingly. Go ahead. Let me see if they give you an example.
And hated him not before time.
Right.
Before that happened, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
And no hate towards him. Either. Just my accident.
I think when we get back into the law, it's going to be like as if a
With
person
the
had
axe?
an axe,
Yes.
and it comes
And
off.
fly off?
We're gonna actually
We can read
I
that.
believe.
Yeah.
It's in Numbers.
Okay.
35 to be true. But go ahead, brother. Keep reading.
Verse 5 again.
Uh-huh.
And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not deliver the slayer up into his hand, because he smote his neighbor unwittingly and hated him not before time.
Okay.
And he shall dwell in that city until he stand before the congregation for judgment. Yeah.
Who's the congregation too? That's Israel. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
he
saying?
say. It's
Because
gotta be his Lord.
that is Israel, and look why we say it's Israel. Go to Psalms 82. That's better. Psalms 82. We're gonna look at two places. Hold your finger here
I did.
and go to Psalms 82, and look how we should be doing. Psalms 82. Psalms 82. Maybe I shouldn't do it this way. I'll do it this way first. Keep your finger at Psalms 82.
Okay.
And go to 2 Corinthians chapter 6. You see the first, what says we're going to judge angels? The second person or the first Corinthians 6.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 6. We have the laws, statutes, and judgments of God, and there shouldn't be no reason why we should not be able to judge righteously amongst our brother. Yeah. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. What it say is, bro?
You said, wait, 6
1
and 1?
Corinthians
6 and 1?
6.
Yep.
What it say?
Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints?
Come on.
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
So you understand, that's why it's going to tell you back there, hey, take them before the congregation. Why? Because we judges. We got the laws and statutes of God, right? Keep reading, Israel.
And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
All right, so now go to Psalms 82. Because we're going to be judges and we're going to judge the world, the Lord had an issue with Israel because we were judging unrighteously. You know what I mean? He in the congregation of the mighty. Who are the mighty? We the gods. You know what I'm saying? And God was amongst the gods. You know what I'm saying? So look. Psalms 82, pick it up at verse 1. What does it say?
God stand. You got it?
God standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
Uh-huh.
He judges amongst the gods.
So he judges amongst the gods. Make sure the gods judge righteously, right? Keep reading, Israel.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
Come on.
Selah.
Uh-huh.
Defend the poor and the fatherless.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to defend the poor and the fatherless, those that can't fend for themselves. Gives them righteous judgment, a just balance, just square.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Scale. Keep reading, Israel.
Do justice to the afflicted
Yes.
and the needy.
Uh-huh.
Deliver the poor and the needy. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked.
So now, I said that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So now when you come over here, back here, and
That was verse 6.
verse 6, it says, and he shall dwell in the city until he stand before the congregation for judgment. Go ahead.
And until the death of the high priest that should be in those days. Then shall the slayer return and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, unto the city from whence he fled. And they appointed Kadesh.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So the question was, why until the death of the high priest? You know what I mean? All right. Now, I don't know. Really, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
waiting to hear.
right. I don't know, but I would gather to say that's the end of an era. You know what I mean? Like boom. Now this was set in place and in judgment by the high priest, and then after you gonna stay here. So while it's under my tutelage or underneath my care, ain't nothing going to happen. Because once he's dead, then he don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't know anything about what's going on here. But I don't know. Right now, I don't know. But maybe we can find out the answer of that why. Why specifically the high priest until he's done? You know what I mean? It was like I said, maybe it's until his tenure is over, then he can go back and it'd be good. But we're going to look at something and learn something on our way to learning something. Okay, if I may, you know what I'm saying. Yes. So let's go back to where we got it from. Let's go back to Numbers, because the Lord is the one that's given these laws, and he's the one that's going to, he deals with the affairs of man, and man does things like this. So we can take and gather from cities of refuge even being here. Who the one that set it up? That wasn't man did that. God did that, because he knew that man is like this. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it. Numbers 35, and let's pick it up at verse 10. No, pick it up at 9. Pick it up at 9, and we're going to read into this. Because now.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye become over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person at unawares. And they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation in the judgment. Okay.
Yeah, so we can see if he's worthy of death.
Right.
So that's what he's going to the congregation for. Let me see if hold on. Let's get all the facts first. Yeah. We know that somebody's dead, and we don't. One say it was an accident. Somebody saying nah, it wasn't. No. Look. Okay. Let's get the person who allegedly committed murder. Let's get him to a place of safety so that we can get the avenger by himself, and then which would be like essentially his accuser.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and bring him before the elder so we can judge the matter perfectly, because he could just be doing exactly what he's doing, avenging and trying to get something just because I don't like this dude and my family member died and somebody else got to pay. But if it's unworthily, then, hey, I'm sorry that your family member died. It was an unfortunate event, but it happened. But it's not this man's fault, so you can't hold him accountable for that. And he got to be able to stand in front of somebody so that they can say this. You think what I'm saying? So that's what the city of refuge is for, so that the man can have a fair trial, so to speak. Yeah, that's basically what it is. He can have a fair trial, due process can be done. All right? So keep reading, Israel. What verse?
12.
Read. Mm-hmm.
And they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation in judgment. And of these cities which ye shall give, 6 cities shall ye have for refuge.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall give 3 cities on this side of Jordan, and 3 cities shall ye give in the land of Canaan, which shall be cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be a refuge, both for the children of Israel, and for the stranger, and for the sojourner among them.
Come on.
That everyone that killeth any person unawares may flee thither.
So once again, the key is what? Unawares. You know what I mean? And the avenger, like the hothead, he like, man, I ain't beat. Somebody got to die. You know what I'm saying? I ask questions later. My brother dead, my cousin dead. You know what I mean? You done killed my mom. I'm not trying to hear nothing, man.
They blacking out.
They dead. Somebody else got to die. That's the issue with Israel now. You know, especially when you're dealing with the gangs and everything. You know what I mean? Like that, you done killed my brother. Like, hey, that's why
I consider it was an accident.
Gangs.
I never hated your brother.
Yeah, but but they just do that anyway. You know what I mean? Like with different factions of gang here. So like I got killed over here. I'm gonna kill 2 over there. 2 got killed over here. I'm gonna kill your family over here. Like, hold on, bro. What did my innocent mom have to do with that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
always crashing out, man.
Where we at, Israel?
16.
Keep reading.
And if he smite him with an instrument of iron.
Now here we go. This could even take you back all the way to Exodus 21. We're gonna look at Exodus 21 and we're gonna look at Deuteronomy 19. Both places where we can see where boom are. Let's see what they're talking about here.
because it's going to be references in the law. Go ahead.
And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. That's tough. That's what it says.
Yes.
Okay. The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Mm-hmm.
And if he smite him with throwing a stone, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer.
So that's with intent.
Yeah.
He said wherewith he may die. So he went to throw a stone, like he intended to hurt, to kill him. Right. All right, go ahead.
The murderer shall surely be put to death.
Okay.
Or if he smite him with an hand weapon of wood, wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer.
So this is with deadly intent. So if I'm hitting you in your leg, I'm not trying to murk you. But if I hit you in your head or I hit you in your neck, I'm going. That's vital points.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if I'm hitting you on your arm, I'm back up off me. You know what I'm saying? It's not with deadly intent. All right. So we understanding that. Keep reading this, bro.
The murderer shall surely be put to death. Verse 19.
Yeah.
The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer.
Oh, so they actually gonna give it to him?
I was great.
Yeah. Here, yeah. He deserved to die. She deserved to die. Go ahead, give it to him. God fair like that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
True indeed. Go ahead,
Praise
Israel.
the Lord.
Yes.
When he meeteth him, he shall slay him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he thrust him of hatred. Did I read that right?
Yeah, but verse 20, right? But if he thrusts him of hatred or
hurl at him by laying of weight,
that's malicious intent,
that he die,
Uh-huh.
or in enmity smite him with his hand,
enmity is deep-seated hatred.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
that he die, he that smote him shall surely be put to death.
Why?
For he is a murderer.
Uh-huh.
The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him.
All right, but on the flip side,
But if he thrust him suddenly without enmity, or have cast upon him anything without laying of weight, or with any stone wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him, that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm, then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments. And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge.
oh, so now, not only was he like at the city of refuge and he stayed there, but now after he go before the judge and before the congregation, now he's even able to go back home now.
Yeah.
Because they done judged righteously now, you know what I'm saying? So whereas when we was in Joshua, let me just finish this. When we were in Joshua, it said he stayed there. Was it 20 and 6?
I think it was 26. Where the congregation should.
Yeah, 6. It says, and he shall dwell in that city until he stand. Okay, there it is. There's the answer right there, sister.
You got it.
Until he stands before the congregation, right? For judgment. And until the death of the high priest, that shall be in those days. Then shall. Yes. Yeah.
You talking about, right?
Yeah. Unwittingly.
You said he gotta go out to the place of refuge.
Yeah. And stay there.
Suburb, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it says, I think.
Yeah.
He gotta stay there until two things happen. Not
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
One is the death of the high priest.
It says it right here. Yep.
And then the other is the judgment. You gotta be judged, basically.
No. Till he stand before the congregation for judgment, and and until the death of the high priest, that shall be in those days.
So the people gotta determine that it was an accident.
Yeah.
That's what I got. 25.
That's crazy.
They better have a good lawyer. I mean, everybody should be. No, I'm serious. Everybody should be telling the truth about what happened. But we, the people, gotta hear the matter. And Jesus.
Yeah, fairly what you're saying. We still meaning, okay, so I killed somebody by accident, dude next door or something by accident.
Right.
And I'm saying it's an accident. And you was a witness. So you like, yeah, it was an accident. But what we saying is, and what we learning is, but the people got to hear it.
You got to hear this.
So that therefore we can confirm, like, all right, he was an accident, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to his family next door, they ain't beating on my head, and everybody eggs them on like they should.
Right.
Everybody should be in agreement that, yo, this was an accident.
Right. Look at the Deuteronomy. Even with that being said, 'cause somebody's about to die, right? And Deuteronomy 19, I think it is, where it tells you, here it is, Deuteronomy 19.
God laws in the blood.
Bruh, all the way around the board. Like, you're not going to die unjustly, you know. And if it is, somebody got to pay. 19 and 3. Let's pick it up there. Let's read that real fast.
Thou shalt prepare thee a way and divide the coast of thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee to inherit, into 3 parts. Every slayer may flee thither. And this is the cause of the slayer, which shall flee thither that may live. Whoso killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past, as when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood.
Here it is.
And his and his hand fetcheth a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head slippeth from the hill, and lighteth upon his neighbor that he died. He shall flee into one of those cities and live, lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer, while his heart is hot, and overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past.
Go ahead.
Wherefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee. And if the Lord thy God enlarge thy coast, as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give unto thy fathers, if thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God, and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee, besides these 3.
For what?
That innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee.
Yeah.
But
anyway, because we're gonna get into where if somebody even dies unaware, right? Somebody walk up on someone and be like, "Yo, how this person died?" Like, blood has been shed regardless, and that blood got to be atoned for. And so even elders gonna have to come to the city and be on some like, oh, well, look. You sure you ain't hit that? You sure you ain't do that? Here, well, this is what we're going to do. After they find out about it, they got to go get a cow or get something that's going to atone for that blood that was there. It's like some still got to die because somebody died. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is thorough in this situation, even when no one's there. You know what I mean? I believe this is the one that's in Exodus 21, but we can get there and see. But keep reading this, bro.
But if any man hate his neighbor and lie in wait for him, rise up against him and smite him mortally that he die, and fleeth into one of these cities, then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Yeah. Thine eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee.
Very good. That's cool right there. So now let's look at this. You still hold your finger at Numbers 20, Numbers 35. But go to Exodus 21. Let's see what they're saying right there. Yeah, Deuteronomy. Yeah. Because remember, 20 in Exodus 20, the Lord is coming and giving the royal law, right? He brought them out of Egypt. Right there, he spoke the law. Now, as they get ready to go, now he's giving them laws on how to govern themselves. you know what I mean, as being amongst themselves. This is an order of how they're supposed to be living with each other. And you're going to get all type of laws in there where it's talking about how if a Hebrew has a servant, what he only supposed to deal with him for 7 years. If the master gives him, you know, a wife, you know, after he's done his servitude, the man could go by himself. He ain't gonna take the children. You know what I mean? All types of stuff in there.
Or a hole in his lip.
Yeah. In his ear. Yeah. So now, this is how we're supposed to govern ourselves. So now let's look at this. That's Exodus 21 and I said Leviticus. Oh, I meant Exodus. It's Exodus 21. Verse 12. What does it say, Israel?
He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. And if a man lie, not wait, but God deliver him into his hands, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him while with God, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
Yo, listen, for all the kids, we learning something on our way to learn something once again. You a child. This is why I say the Lord say another place, and this may not be in effect right now, but God's law don't go nowhere. Like, and it's gonna be back here. And you wonder why children be getting killed and getting good. Oh, yeah. Like God's law saying is the effect. If you live light by your mother and your father, even if you cuss your mother and your father, man, that's worthy of death. Let alone if you hit them. Like, that is worthy of death. And if a lot of children understood that to this day, they watch how they talk to their parents.
They doing that today.
Bruh. Man, that's why you wonder why kids are.
I'm like, I don't care what she did. It's your mom.
That's your mother, man.
Exactly.
That's your. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that here in Darby. But no, I'm seeing too many videos, cop videos, all this stuff, and these kids, man, going against their parents. First of all, you too damn old to be in the house and you still disrespecting your mom?
Yeah.
Man, stop playing with
So that's why I tell you in Hosea, chapter 4, we read that earlier today, but we didn't read it in there. He said, the Lord said, because you forgot the law of your God, I'm going to forget your children. So now when your children getting killed out in the street and murked, or they find themselves in jail or strung out on drugs or whatever, the Lord said, I'm turning my head. Look how you treating your mom and your dad, man. You know what I mean? The Lord said, honor your father and your mother. You know what I mean? With promise. Not if they good. Not if they give you what you want. There ain't no stipulation on that. Without them, you wouldn't be here. You let the Lord deal with them if they terrible parents. All right. The book say that your father provoked not your sons to wrath.
Well, they not supposed to provoke either, but still.
So does that you can provoke? So that does that give the kid the right? There it is. So like, keep on walking away.
So somebody being provoked by them walking away.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the Lord going to deal with them accordingly. True indeed. The Lord is a judge. You know what I mean? He's a judge, and he knows. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, but that's something to learning something on our way to learn something. But the Lord has put. Why does once again? Because the question was why until the high priest. You know what I'm saying? Died. You know what I'm saying? Really, because congregation there, and it was looked like two stipulations that was there. Where was we at before? We was in Numbers, right? 35. Number 35, and we never finished that. Numbers 35, and it said, was it 25? Mm-hmm. Look what it say again. What it say?
And the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood.
Uh-huh.
And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge.
Keep reading.
Whether he was fled, and he shall abide in it until the death of the high priest. which was anointed with the holy oil.
Mm.
But if the slayer shall at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge,
Here's our answer, sis.
whether he was fled, and the revenger of blood find him flying him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood killed the slayer, he shall not be guilty of. Hold on.
There it is. There it is. There's your. So listen, really. So his tenure. You know what? That's You know what that is? Man, a conditional discharge. There it is. So now he's there because while the high priest is alive, listen, you safe, even though you innocent. Now he innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
He innocent. So he really can't put his hands on him while the high priest is there.
Right.
But after the high priest is dead, all right, hey, boom, now, but by that time, listen, really by that time, maybe the Lord would have changed his heart, changed the dude's heart by that time, or maybe it'd be so many years past. Hey, maybe it's good. But it's just like when David, there it is.
I was thinking of that too.
Boom, that's the same spirit. We all got the same spirit.
Absolutely, praise the Lord.
It's just like when Solomon was handling the business when he became king.
Yeah.
And he told David about Shimei. Was it Shimei?
Yeah, Shimei.
He said, listen. He said, okay. He said, you're worthy of death, but this was going to happen. He had a sentence of death on it, but it was stayed. He had to stay in his house. He was on house arrest. And anytime he came past that border, just know it's on. That's the same type of deal type here until the high priest is dead. You know what I'm saying? So when the high priest is living, you safe as long as you up in here.
But Shimei, he found out his man's was going. He wanted his servant back, right?
We don't care.
You know, I know. I'm just saying, you got though. He got. He told you not to leave, and his servant probably got with. Oh, he can't. Yo, I'm leaving. Come on, bro. And he was gone. And he got He said, "Don't leave, bro."
It don't matter.
And that servant,
he went in on him too.
He said, "Oh, I ain't got. You can't leave this city."
Yeah. So.
And I know he ain't playing.
So hold up. So sis. So with that being said, the high priest is there. The high priest is there to really enforce the sentence of the people. You know what I'm saying? And when he's gone, now another high priest got to be there. So, like, if the boy is still about that life, hey, guess what? The high priest gone. You know what I'm saying? But there it is. I mean, so is that pretty much clear? You pretty clear on that? Are you sure? It should be pretty clear because I'm like, okay, what the high priest there for? It's underneath his. It just said it right here. Read it again, Israel. What verse?
26 and 27. But if the slayer shall at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge, whether he was fled, and the revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of blood.
Because he's outside of the city of refuge.
Because he's outside of the city.
And the high priest, the congregation already daggone said what it is. Right?
The next one. 28.
Go ahead. So wait, because they said and the congregation shall deliver the slayer out of his hand of the revenger of blood.
Right.
And the congregation shall restore him to the city of his refuge. Not to his house, but back to the city of refuge. So now this is the city of refuge. Right. Has become his home now. So now the city of refuge is not his home, but it's become his home now until the death of the high priest.
This is the next verse.
Yeah. Because he's still on him. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, sis? So some people do hold grudges a long time, whatever. But at least if he's here, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? At least if he's here, you know what I'm saying? All right, boom, it's good. And until the high priest is done, but we're gonna finish reading this because it might give us some more insight.
Not just 27 and 28.
Keep reading.
It should be good. Let me do 27 and 28. And the revenger of blood and the revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of blood. Why? Because he should have remained.
Right. Yeah. Keep reading. Yeah.
Because he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high priest.
Keep reading.
But after the death of the high priest, the slayer shall return into the land of his possession.
After the death of the high priest, after he died, now you can go back home. You can go back home. So, go ahead.
So these things shall be for a statute of judgment unto you throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
All your dwellings, right?
All of them. That's what it says.
Okay, keep reading.
Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death.
Come on.
But he shall be surely put to death. Ye shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled into the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land until the death of the priest.
Come on.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Ooh.
Defile not therefore. Yeah, that's hard.
Come on.
Defile not.
So that's dang. So that's why he can't go back, because it's still, even though even though he didn't mean to do it, it's still blood. It's still blood, and the blood's going to defile the land. So that's why we're getting more insight on that, until the death of the high priest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead.
Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel.
So that's why when I mentioned to you earlier before that, even if somebody innocent, they can't even tell who killed somebody, something still had to be shed, because the innocent blood was going to be on that land. Hence, and another thing, that's why what happened? Remember when Saul, I think it was Saul, made a covenant with the not Amalekites, but it was the people that posed like they was from a far country. You know what I'm saying? And Israel had made a covenant with them that they ain't gonna kill them. But in Saul's tenure, he ended up killing them, right? And a little while later, like, Israel was going to war and they couldn't win. He's like, "What? Why can't we win?" You know what I mean? Because you got innocent blood on you.
Yep.
So what he said? So they had to go back to the people who they was killing. It was like, well, what would suffice this breach of contract, or what we had? And they said, well, take six of Saul's sons or whatever and hang them up. And it had to happen. You know what I'm saying? So after they did that, it quelled the blood, the innocent blood that was there. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important when you're dealing with that. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's not going to shedding the blood, so he can't return back. So now you understand another reason why he can't return back until the death of the high priest. Because even by that time, then maybe, then I guess that blood covenant or whatever would have been over and done with. You think what I'm saying? It's void after the death of the high priest. So however that long that may be. So that's what I got. That's what I understand. If anybody got it, that's pretty smooth.
Found up together.
All right, all praises to the Most High. We good.
It's called Bible study.
Bible study. We all learning. Absolutely. That's a very good question, sister.
Can't believe there's nothing online.
It's all good. No, I ain't got nothing. Renee Green, peace, sister. Peace, sister.
Renee Green, peace.
Ooh. Yeah. You start learning stuff about. Lord has everything covered. I mean, everything covered. When you start getting into Exodus, from Exodus 21 on up. Yeah, well, they say we gonna judge the world. So, just read Exodus 21, just the top, to show you what this is all about. Exodus 21, and let's look at this. Look at what he given Israel.
You got it, Rob?
Exodus 21 and 1. And then we're going to go to Leviticus 11 and 1. What does it say?
Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them.
Mm-hmm.
If thou by
All right,
Hebrew
stop.
servant.
These are the judgments that thou shalt set before them, right? This is, or the ordinance. This is how we're supposed to live, right? Let's go. From Exodus 21 to Exodus. Sheesh. '24. You start reading all that. You know what I mean? It's showing people like how you're supposed to conduct yourselves amongst each other, right? And it's just all. I mean, all 21 to 24, all the way, all chapters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, let's see what it say.
If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he died, there shall no blood be shed for him.
Merkham. Yeah, he good. You thou should not steal. You breaking the
That's
command.
right. It's that
The wages of sin is what? Death. You know what I mean?
Some people really don't show mercy to people that steal from them. They really don't. Some people do. They will not show mercy.
Nah. Nah. You, especially when.
I mean, it's something that he could return or he could work.
Ask me, please. I'll give it to you. Ask me. All I can say is yes or no. But even with that, the Lord say, because different time called different better sometimes. The Lord say a thief. He said a man won't.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
Won't kill him. Where's that at? Anyway, I'm about to butcher it. Let's see what it is. Is it 30? No, it's not 30. Not what you talking about. He said
Nah, yeah.
Is it 30?
Yeah, it is 30. Yep, it is 30. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's
No. That's not it. No, it says a thief if he steal to eat. It is Thursday.
Yeah, it's 30. It's 30.
But if he get caught, he can 7 times. Give it back to. You got to pay 7 times more.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That's ain't that the New Testament?
No. Maybe
Oh,
it is Proverbs.
Leviticus, was it 19? Is it?
Fire soul.
And then the law say if you to return back 7 times.
7 times, right?
Or something else. Yeah. Why don't we just go look at both scriptures?
That's what we're trying to figure out where it's at.
Well, can y'all find it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll find it right now.
I'm trying to keep up with y'all, believe it or not, while I'm half asleep. No, I'm listening.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the Proverbs 30 anyway, just in
Yeah,
case.
just go ahead. What happened? What? What's happening here?
That's not online, yo. You just said that, right? Yeah, that is funny.
Nah, they can hear you.
No, that's funny. So in DC, we had on yellow, red, blue. Another person had on orange. So online, there's like, look at this, the Hebrew Power Rangers. So I was like, here they go. Nah, bruh. It would have been crazy.
Yeah, I'll be.
We was clowning up there, bro, for a little bit. Yeah, there go the Pink Ranger.
That's crazy.
And he dark like that. So where we at? It says.
Well, here's one, but I don't think this is what you wanted.
No.
But I'm gonna hold it anyway. Ephesians. Proverbs 30 you in? Yeah.
Nah. Proverbs 7. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Proverbs 7. Proverbs 7, sir. Yeah,
There it is.
That's exactly the one I'm looking for. I was looking for.
That's the one I thought he was talking about. Okay.
What it say?
Who? 6 and 30?
6 and 30. Let's get there.
I thought this was Proverbs 30.
There's 6.
This is,
Yeah.
This
Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But, this is it. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but some of these people don't show mercy when you steal something from them. I work hard. Look, it's just. Yeah. When you just got to ask, just why don't just ask?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. That's right.
Ask.
Yeah. Yo, you have a real low thievery rate in over there. They chop your hands up. You ain't gonna steal too many more. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you got one chance.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you got 2 chances. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things like that wagging the neck by some people, certain people, that you can't do that over there. They smack you. You can't be that LGBTQ dude and smack keys out of cops' hands across seas. Not a Russian cop. Popped him. No, punched him to the ground. Yeah, hit him right in his face. Cause he. Oh, you're not here in America, bro. So he went and picked up his keys, and he was going to his partner to do the same thing. And he just said, boom, my man just flopped, legs flew up. I was like, look, you little goofy with them goofy boots on, bro. See, because this is what they need over here. But yeah, like you said, chopped off hand. When it come to thieving, stealing, you're going to think twice about that.
Listen
Just
to
saying,
Israel.
bro.
Listen to Israel. I seen a picture. It's this thing called Shattered Paradise. It's on YouTube, right? And they basically was going through the different nations on how the armies and the navies of different nations, how they go on TV and they promote people to come in and train, right? So in China, look, China, John, is serious. You know what I mean? Like how the army and navy, like they listen. The army slogans and what's on TV to get you to recruit. There it is, recruiting tactic. You got it's so, for lack of better terms, it's so wimpy compared to other nations. Like, they doing real things. And then they're going to have, they show the U.S. women, gay women, gay men up in the joint. I'm like, come into the military. You look on Russia, you got cats got their heads skinned up. They running through, running through, got their guns all out. They ready. Like, come here. And now when you see this, I said Russia and China specifically. Why? Because we understand that in the end, Gog and Magog, Gog being Russia, I mean, absolutely, and Magog, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we know that in the end, that's going to be from the West. That they're going to be the one that's going to be coming up against the East.
Yep.
So, like, it's not a game, and that's that 200,000. That's a 200 million army. You know what I'm saying? That's coming up here. It's not for games. And you see how the Lord said that they're going to be running up in houses. going on walk. He said the Lord going an hour going to shoot one through. It's going to be like it's going to be so many of them. It's like they're not even going. Their ranks are going to be right here.
Yeah.
One or two
It's
might
like
get dealt with.
A few ants away, and you ain't. Where's the damage? Where?
But what?
Yeah, I already know about. Well, they testing stuff out over here too. L.A. already got robot dogs. New York got them.
That man know he can say that thing, boy. He can say that.
And I just seen a robot. Man, stay away from robots. So they was making a robot to train these Chick-fil-A people, just to train a robot. That thing went haywire. Man, it was like 4 scientist dudes what they had on white coats, and they was trying to shut it off, and he was just wild, just swinging and yours like yo, you programming that to be next to my children because who really is Chick-fil-A, kids sometimes, but still, it's a training robot. If that's a training robot and that goes off, what you gonna do with a tactical robot? A tactical robot, right? It is.
Yo, can you turn to Deuteronomy 20?
What'd you say we got? What?
And you know what that, like you said, you know what that reminded me of? When Eddie Murphy was telling a joke, and he was talking about the gay officer or something, and he was like,
Pull over. He said,
That's crazy. Yeah,
he said, yo, he said, woo, woo, woo. He said, it's not a siren on it, it's a real fact on it. Pull over. Pull over. Look, Deuteronomy 23. Look what the Lord say. We're going to turn to Deuteronomy. We're going to do the Deuteronomy 23 and verse 17. And we're going to turn to Leviticus 18. Deuteronomy 23 and verse 17, I'm sorry. What it say, Israel?
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So listen, right from the rip, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be, it tells you another place that the father's not supposed to prostitute his daughter either. You know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, there's no fornication, anything of the sexual matter. It shouldn't even be mentioned amongst us. And we're going to judge the world, yo. And what God has given to Israel, it's meant for the whole world, number one. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. No whore of the daughter of Israel. You out here sleeping around for money. Right. What? Yo.
They doing that in 2025. No, I know because it was much different. I got you.
Right. What are you doing this for? Yeah, it's let's look at it. Look, Leviticus 18, please.
Done with Deuteronomy?
Yeah. Look here. And we go back to the law. We go back to Torah. Torah means instruction. So let's get instructed by the law. Pick it up at verse 1. We're gonna read, because for everybody that want to be so much into Kemet, right? You want to be coming back to Egypt, because Egypt was grand and we can see ourselves being something back there. But let's see what was going on in Egypt. I tell people all the time, God did not come back and get Israel out of Egypt, out of a whole other nation, because they were serving him. They weren't serving him. They were 430 years. They were dealing with Ra. They understood and Set and all them other cats, sun God and all that stuff. Well, watch this. Verse 1, what it say, Israel?
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. Excuse me. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Mm-hmm.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So understand, you ain't supposed to, where you just came from, we ain't going to do what was going on in there. Y'all done with all that. It's over. I brought you to myself. Now you start dealing with my laws. You start dealing with my statutes. You start dealing. This is how you're supposed to live, not how you was. It's a whole brand new thing. And now where I'm taking you to, don't do like they doing either. You know what I'm saying? So now, from here on, they're going to tell you what they've been doing in the land, where they're coming from, and where they're going, what they're doing in the land. Go ahead, brother. Skip down to verse 6. What it say?
None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord.
Translation: you ain't supposed to lie with nobody that's near. You ain't supposed to lay with no one sexually that's near of kin to you. That is close relatively to you. Go ahead, Israel.
The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother.
This is disgusting.
Very
go ahead.
Disgusting work. Shalt thou not uncover? She is thy mother. You
shall not lay with your mother. That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
The ways that you were, where you came from out of Egypt, you should not do. What were they doing? Lying with their mother.
This is what they was doing.
And lying with their father. And the land where you're going to, you should not do. What were they doing? Lying with their mothers, lying with their fathers. What else? Lying with their sisters, lying with their brothers. God did that. God, never lay with your mother, but he allowed you, or your father, he allowed you to lay with your brother and sister immediately for a time. And Ecclesiastes 3 lets you know there's a time and a place for everything under the sun. So guess what? When it was time for man to repopulate the earth, God gave a space and a time for your brothers and your sisters to lay with each other. Then after a while, then he put in legislation, hey, you should not lie with the next of kin. Okay? That's why when you start really getting down to brass tacks about this whole situation, we all made of one blood, brothers and sisters. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So now, skip on down here to, let's see what else they were doing. Verse 19, what it say?
Here we go. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
So you shouldn't be laying with your wife while she's on her period.
No.
But where were they doing it at?
In this other land.
In the land where you was coming from, Egypt.
You ain't supposed to be doing this.
And the land where you going, in the Canaan. That's what they were doing.
He said, don't do what they doing.
Don't do what they doing.
Don't do what they doing.
Let's see what else they were doing, brother.
20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of the Lord of thy God. I am the Lord.
So now they were sacrificing their own children, like literally sacrificing their children now.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know how that happens. Yeah, why would you even do? How does that even happen? But I guess that was in people's, like, I can't see it now. But today, you know how people sacrifice their children today? They can go to Planned Parenthood. True indeed.
Oh yeah.
That's ultimate sacrifice. And then they can sacrifice their child to the God of entertainment. They can sacrifice their child to the God of sports. They can sacrifice their child to the God of Olympics or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever will keep you out of doing the will of God. You know what I'm saying? That's what parents live vicariously through their children sometimes. You see what I'm saying? They'll sell their children to the Edomite rulers in Hollywood. How the kids grow up and let their children be prostituted by these people, man. It's terrible. What else they do? Verse 22. Come on, let's get there.
22 to 24. Look at this. Thou
Go.
shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Why is that?
It's an abomination.
What else?
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself wherewith.
So they were sleeping with animals?
They were sleeping with the animals, man.
Bestiality was going. You think that's not happening now?
Of course.
That's in fact, that's one of the rituals that you got to deal with when you're in the movie entertainment. So, this is what I'm glad we even came here. So earlier we was talking about during JD's lesson, right? We was talking about how why wouldn't and this would seem to be the logical thing. Why when you get in basketball or football or in any sports where you can get a major contract for X amount of dollars, why wouldn't you just go back into your community and buy up the block and do all this stuff? Why? Because there is a social construct set in motion that when these athletes get in there, they have somebody come through and your orientation, they tell you, hey, listen, we do not want you to go back and deal with anybody that's your familiars. They have a whole social structure set up. They have women that's there. If you're a guy, they have women that's paid to be there. Go to all the parties, to go to all the functions. They're there. They socialize right there. Bro? So they're keeping their minds stuck in this field. Because if they go back home to people that's home, boy, hey brother, you changed. Why didn't you like this? They be able to talk to them. They don't want you to do that. They give you black cards. Why? So that they can monitor your spending habits. So we'll give you the money. We'll let you buy houses. We'll let you buy your cars. But but as far as you building up your people, they'll slap you with a tax evasion charge. They'll strip you, take your car away from you. Hey, guess what? Then they'll call you crazy. They will not let you build up what's the name. So it's a whole social structure that's set up. Now, can one or two slip through the cracks? Absolutely. But when have you heard about them? How many of them they ain't saying they ain't out there, but are they on the media? Nah, you ain't gonna hear that. It's easy to take away a people or take away if the Edomites control the papers and the media. They can spin the narrative however they want to. They can make me and you look like a mass murder crazy person overnight. It'll make you believe, I know Ira, he ain't that way. If you put on the 10 o'clock news, the 11 o'clock news, the morning news, hey, and keep on doing it, billions of people will watch it. People that I don't even know. People that you know can come at your job and be like, hey, aren't you Israel Church? You know, you gotta have you believing like, well, maybe he is like that. Yo, that television, that one-eyed devil that's in everybody's, that thing is a beast, man.
Real beast. Idiot box.
That's why you can say, that's why it's easy. I can understand how the Lord say, unless the time is shortened, you know what I'm saying? No one going to be saved, one. And if it were possible, see the very elect. Those are ones that got the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I can see how it's happening, man. They turned poor Kanye West over. You know, before he went really crazy, listen. He did a concert called the San Pablo concert. That's when he got up and said, listen, I'm putting my life at risk. Even though I go back and look at it. He said, listen, he said a lot of stuff on there. Really, if you had ears to hear, he really was putting it out there. And I really believe that somebody was like, well, go ahead. Put it out there. Tell your truth. By tomorrow, we're going to have you locked up. It don't matter. I put my life on the line. Put it at risk. He said, hey, all your media people, get your what do you say? Get your notepad ready. Get it ready. Get it ready. Get everything ready. Get it ready. Get it ready. Because I'm done. Boom. Every day, after he said what he said, lights went off. And then guess what? 2 days later, what happened? Just go back and look and see what happened.
Retaliated.
He's in the hospital. They put him in the hospital.
Yeah,
They put him in the hospital, man. Reprogram. He came out with his hair blonde. He had a Trump hat on. Y'all remember that? Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Listen.
He a black KKK now. Okay.
Black KKK, bro. Do y'all know what the KKK stands for? Say it, please. Ku Klux. Ku. KUKLUX. Ku Klux. What is it though?
I was going to say, I don't know what that means.
What is that?
I never even looked into it.
What does Ku mean? What does that even mean?
I have no clue.
What does that mean? No, I'm not even being funny. What? We understand who they are, but what does it mean, sir? Please.
I was ready to pick up the phone and just
Let me
Google
find out what it means. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm ready to know.
Ku Klux Klan. What does it mean? Ku Klux Klan, commonly shortened to the KKK or Klan, is it? Why Ku Klux? I don't like. I just
Say
want to know
what does that mean? Leave that there and say what does it mean? What does, or just put meaning right after that.
Yeah. Definition.
Oh, there you go. Definition. Watch this. Oh no, because it's going to tell me Ku Klux Klan. So this sounds. Where you at on Google?
Ku Klux. What does it mean? Or Ku Klux, meaning etymology and more. Or Ku Klux, meaning etymology, pronunciation, and more. Oxford English. What it was not telling me what it means though.
Because they.
So Ku Klux or Ku Close means circle or ring.
Like a circle of your friends.
They're always in a circle.
Circle,
too.
yeah.
Okay.
This is my circle.
Right.
I just trying to figure out what the words was.
Kick close.
Ku Klux.
Circle. All right. Understood. Okay,
Wow.
Thank you. The whole point is what now? Keep it in our circle.
Yeah, it's just that's all. This is my circle.
All right.
That's all.
No mixing of the races. all right, got you. Yeah, okay. Like, make it make sense to me, please. I'm like, what made them say Ku Klux Klan? Why they say
Circle or ring.
surplus clan, or what? You know what I mean? Like, why Ku Klux? I can dig that. Okay. It is. I can dig that. Yeah. The South.
That part. That part.
Yeah, man.
That's true. I've seen that.
Yeah, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing, man. And that's a shame, man. Are we still fighting for becoming a whole man? Didn't they just redo that vote? The 3/5 of the man policy? They just did that. Like, what up? Oh, go. You got a question? Nah, here. Who got? Where the mic at? Family. Ku Klux. Wow.
My check.
Uh-huh. Where we at? Thank you.
Can you break down Proverbs 7:29?
Proverbs 7:29. Thank you. Yeah, you can hold that too. It's for somebody else when they're ready, when they need it. Proverbs 7:29. I'll read it. Is this showing on? Yeah, I guess they did the what's the name. I'll read it. In 29? Maybe 8 and 29. Okay. Yes, sir. Sure enough.
Proverbs 8:29. You want an understanding of that? Okay. Go ahead, read that.
When he gave to the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandments, when he appointed the foundations of the earth.
Okay. So that's talking about God. Give me 28.
When he established the clouds above.
So this is, when God created things, who established the clouds above. We talk about God. What else?
When he strengthened the foundations of the deep.
The foundations of the deep. Nobody could do that but God. A lot of people don't understand the foundations of the deep was open when God flooded the water back then, along with the heaven gates. Right? What else?
When he gave to the sea his decree.
You see, he gave to the sea, he gave the ocean a decree or order to do what?
That the water should not pass his commandments.
That better not come up off that beach. God said stay there. That's what he's saying, right? Go ahead.
When he appointed the foundations of the earth.
When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Let's go to Psalm real quick. Let's go to Psalms. Huh? Yeah. Oh. Well, let me give you one more. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Psalm 103. 103. And let's look at some things, God be doing. Psalm 104, y'all. Psalm 104, bro. Psalm 104. And pick it up at verse 1.
Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty.
Mm-hmm.
Who covers thyself with light as with a garment? Who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain? Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariots? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? Who maketh his angel spirit and his ministers a flame of fire? Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever? Thou coverest it with the deeps as with a garment.
So that's how that is right here. But hold on, let's I want 33. Let's go to 33, Psalm 33. This will be clear. Psalm 33. All right. Psalm 33 and verse 1. Oh, no, Proverbs, he just wanted to know about God gave the decree to the waters to not move and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So go to Psalm 33 real quick. And let's pick it up at verse 6.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth.
Yep, by the breath of God's mouth, right? What else? What did he do?
He gathers the waters of the seas together as a heap.
Like we was just reading the Proverbs. If God want water to come over the sands or on land, it's going to come. He can make a tsunami. He's going to get that water up there. It's going to get you. If he wanted to, it's going to get you. But if he don't want it to go up there, it better not pass.
He says
in
fact, it's not going to pass. Go
exactly. To be accurate, it ain't going to pass unless he wanted to pass. So verse 7, he gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. What else?
He layeth up the depths in the storehouses.
And what else?
Let all the earth fear the Lord.
Read that again.
Let all the earth fear the Lord.
That water got to fear God too. Sun, star, everything got to fear God. Let what?
Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him.
Go ahead.
For he spake,
And what?
and it was done.
See?
He
What else?
commanded, and it stood fast.
Yes,
Stood
sir.
fast. So now I'm gonna just leave it right there. If you want to ask something else, you can go ahead and cook, bro.
Man,
But
that's
that's
straight lace. Go to Job chapter 24.
Yeah.
Let's get some more stuff. We're going to go to Job chapter 24. Man, fact.
Job that.
Yeah, let's go there, and then we're going to go to Job 38. Laying back on everything. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to look at 24. Look at what I think it's Bill
Job
says.
24.
Job 24.
Right.
And let me see. Boom, 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 boom,
I'll
boom.
be back for 20 in a minute. The bathroom.
Yeah. Was that you?
I don't know.
That was right on time, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, what
He
did
had
I
backed
do?
up, so
All
he
I
backed
did
up.
was back up.
Yeah. Yeah, we in Job
24, right? I'll be back for
Yeah.
38. Oh.
25, 20. No, Job 26. Let's look at this. Start at verse 1. What it say?
But Job answered and said, How hast thou helped him that is without power? How savest thou the arm that has no strength?
Mm-hmm.
How hast thou counseled him that have no wisdom? And how hast thou declared?
How thou plentifully declared the things as it is. Now, just look what he's talking about now. Go ahead.
To whom hast thou uttered words? And whose spirit came from thee?
Go ahead.
Dead things are formed from under the waters.
Come on.
And the inhabitants thereof.
Go ahead.
Hell is naked before him,
Who you talking about? Hell, naked before the Lord, man. Look. Watch now. Watch what you talking about the Lord now. Go ahead, keep reading.
and destruction have no covering.
What do you do?
He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing.
What else he do? This is just the power of the Lord. You know what I mean? And like when he called, all the heavens stand at attention to him. Man's the only one that want to act like he crazy, like he don't know what's going on. But even nature is in full subservient to the Lord. He got the sun, the moon. They run their course. They don't deviate from their courses because it's a law that's governing them out there. You see what I'm saying? As well as the water. And that's what we're going to get to. We're going to get to the water right here. Keep on reading, Israel.
He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the clouds is not rent under them.
So look at it. He said, look, the clouds got rainwater in them, right? But yet and still, the rain, it don't split. They're going to stay there until the Lord commands it to rain. You think what I'm saying? Keep reading it, Israel.
He holdeth back the face of his throne, and spreadeth his clouds upon it. And he hath compassed the waters with bounds, until the day and night come to an end.
Boom. He's like, so that he's like, I know where it ends, I know where it begins, right? Now we're going to further go with this narrative. He's going to expound upon it in Job 38 when he like, gird yourself up. Man, I'm sorry, I ask you some questions. All right. So now, like, what he say then? What was that last one again?
He hath
Verse
compassed,
10.
He
What?
hath compassed the waters with bounds, until the day and night come to an end.
So now he can pass the water with bounds until the day and night come to an end. So where does the day begin? Where does it end at? You're like, Lord knows. Watch this. Now go to Job 38. Job 38. And now let's get right to it. Job 38 and let me call. Boom. Put it at verse 4. Yep.
Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth?
Go ahead.
Declare, if thou hast understanding.
Uh-huh.
Who have laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who have stretched the lines upon it?
Mm-hmm.
Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? And when the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shout for joy.
I'm reading this. I was reading this last night and I was just thinking about like that. If I was Job, man, like I'm done. I'm already done. I'm done at the first question. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Israel.
Or who shut up the sea with doors?
Come on.
When it break forth.
See, who shut up the sea now with doors when it break forth? You know what I mean? Like when the Lord went to flood the earth, you know, he said he opened up the floodgates. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, who shut the door? Keep reading, Israel.
As if he had issued out of the womb.
Come on.
When I made the clouds,
that's tough. You understand when he said like, when a woman water break, like who's gonna stop that? You know what I mean? Just keep on reading, man.
When I made the clouds the garments thereof, and the thick darkness a swallowing band for it, and break up for it my decree place, and set bars
and break up for it my decreed place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, I decree you go no further than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm setting in motions. Everything listen to me. I'm God Almighty. Keep reading, Israel.
And said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further.
Boom.
And here shall thy pride wave be stayed.
There shall thou proud waves be stayed. See what I'm saying? Your waves, I decree, don't go past this line.
Order.
You'll come up, boom, and go back. So if you have a tsunami, the Lord like, yeah, go ahead. Go past. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's going to be. You know what I mean? So keep reading, Israel.
Thou hast commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the day spring to know his place.
That actually sounds excellent. When you get it right, it's going to sound real good. It's going to sound real good and crisp and clear. Prayerfully to be the same way online, too. Go ahead, Israel.
That it might take hold of the ends of the earth,
Uh-huh.
that the wicked might be shaken out of it. It is turned as clay to the seal,
Yeah.
and they stand as a garment.
Come on.
And from the wicked their light is withholden,
Uh-huh.
and the high arms shall be broken.
All right, that's cool enough. That's good. That's good enough. We read enough to it, but you know what I mean? Like, boom, the Lord did all this. It ain't going nowhere. He even goes as far as say, have you been to the treasures of the snow?
Yes.
I'm like, look, I'm like,
Treasures of wind.
the wind. Hell,
Who has treasures of these kinds of things but God?
bruh, stop. The Lord, yo, His understanding is infinite, and His power. Like, listen, He has a place where snow is stored at, where wind is.
Yep, and wind.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. So,
You was in 38.
38. We in 38.
Yeah, I kinda figured.
So when in essence, when we're learning, what we're doing here is learning to become God, right? And God has all power. He has all knowledge too. And do you think any of that knowledge and power is going to be withheld from any of those that have become obedient enough and taken on His plan of salvation? You think He's going to withhold that knowledge from any of us? You're going to get all that. You get the full inheritance. So people don't even understand what it is to become God, and you never will unless you obey what He got right now. Because He says in Deuteronomy 29:29, He says, the secret things belong to the Lord our God, but that which is revealed belong unto us and to our children. For what purpose? That we may do all of the law. Yeah, it's just for them. Yeah. Say again? They were virgins. Yeah. Yeah, there's only one that understand that song, yeah. Because some things are for, man, the Lord's too deep, bro. I can't even say, I can't, like, why? I'm like, why is it, why are we only going to have a name that we know? For what purpose is that? You know what I'm saying? Like the same way.
The new world we're going to.
The new world, like, He going to make another language, another, you know what I mean? Like, a pure, it's too much, man.
Going into this forever,
We're going into to eternity. Like, why don't we need time no more? What the only reason why we have time here and time is anything is because we got to understand God's plan of salvation. Like, I live outside of time, so what is that? What does even that consist of? I don't even know. I'm like, man, just learn to be obedient until you can get this, man. Like, why does God choose to eat and drink? Why did Jesus say, I'm not even going to drink of the wine and the vine until I do it in my Father's kingdom? Does Jesus need to poop? Does He need to pee? When he's underneath, if He goes to the depths of the sea, does He need to breathe? He can't die. So like you know, all this stuff here. That's why in the Father's kingdom, there's not going to be no sea, no water, no sun, no. Why? I am light. He said, I clothe myself
Peace,
with
brother.
light. Peace, Israel. Mañana, Lord willing. All right. You know, I clothe myself in light. You see, the things are too wonderful for me. Like David says, something is too wonderful for me. I mean, too. It's above my pay grade, brother. You know what I'm saying? All I can learn to do here is learn obedience, and with that obedience comes wisdom within itself. Great understanding have all they that do what? His commandments. Praise ye the Lord. Like understanding. And speaking about understanding, where is understanding found at? Like, it's not to be even. Let's go to Job. Let's go to Job. Right. Let's read this. Yeah. Let's get to it. That's it, brother. Absolutely, brother. Let's read. We're gonna read the whole thing. We're gonna get some understanding in that thing. Verse 1. I'll read. I'll start off. Surely, watch me say. Surely there is a vein for the silver, and a place for gold where they find it. Iron is taken out of the earth, and brass is molten out of the stone. He setteth an end to darkness, and searches out all perfection, the stones of darkness, and the shadow of death. The flood breaketh out from the inhabitant, even the waters forgotten of the foot. Whoever been to the beach, right? And right at the edge, and you put your foot in the sand, and then when it comes back, the water come over and it
Wash it
just
away.
washes it right away. It's like even the water, like I said, the flood breaketh out from the inhabitant, even the water forgotten of the foot. They are dried up, they are gone away from men. As for the earth, out of it cometh bread, and under it is turned up as it were fire. The stones of it are the place of sapphires, and it hath dust of gold. Basically, he's saying in the earth, there's a place for everything in the earth. The gold is in the earth, the sapphires in the earth. You know what I mean? The water, everything has a place for it. But then he goes like, well, where's wisdom found at? Then he's gonna say, well, where's wisdom at?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is where we're getting at. Where do you find wisdom at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen, so we're gonna skip on down to verse 12. But where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. The depths say, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not with me. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. You know, people spend thousands of dollars to go to Ivy League schools, right? Get a world-class education, right? And still can't get salvation. They went to school, paid millions of dollars, right? And they can know Pythagoras' theories. They can know all this, but then you ask them, hey, brother, how can I save myself? How can I get eternal life? They don't know nothing. Just saying. Money can't buy you love. That's why we always say we go and get this without price. Pay for it without price, without gold. You know what I'm saying? Go buy milk, right? Without price. What? Well, how do you pay for it? How you gonna buy it? And you say, how do you pay for it? You pay attention. Pay attention. That's what you do. Listen, take it in, because it's for free. What verse was I at?
16.
All right. It cannot be valued. No, it's 15. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. It cannot be valued with gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx or the sapphire. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearl, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia should not be equal to it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then cometh wisdom? Or where is the place of understanding? Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard of the fame thereof with our ears. God understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof.
Amen.
For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heaven, to make the weight for the winds, and he weigheth the water by measure. When he made a decree for the rain, and a way for the lightning of thunder, then did he see it, and declare it. He prepared it, yea, and searched it out. And said unto man, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding.
That's where it comes from. Oh, wow.
By the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. Ain't that what it is?
Yeah.
When you learn, I will forewarn you who you need to fear. Don't fear him that can kill the body, and afterwards don't have to do with it. But
That part.
absolutely. None. Because evil.
Yeah. That's how I talk. Not me. I say it just like that.
Andre, you're absolutely right. You know what else? Because a sentence against an evil act is not executed speedily, the hearts of the sons of man is fully set in to do evil. Translation: because the Lord didn't kill you and hit you upside your head immediately after after you sinned against him, you think it's all good. Yeah, you think it's all good. He is. That's your last will and request. I can dig that because you ain't gonna care who over you. Last will and request, yeah. You said she diluted, you said? Delusional, okay, I got you. Yeah, I thought you said diluted. I had to ask, but go ahead, God. She's diluted. That's like, all right.
Then you had to explain that a little further.
Nah, it's all good, brother. That's all right. We was straight. It's good. All right. I love it, brother. You have a question? Yeah, you ready? You have a question? Oh, come on, brother. You was over here with a whole dissertation, guys. All right, let's see what happens. I don't mind you talking, but I'm ready to go. I did my job. You have a question, brother? You need it, or we can wait until after? See what he's working with. Yeah, give it to him. Yeah. He is all online with that. It's all good, brother. Where Dave at? Dave Peel? All right. There is no Proverbs 27 and 29. Yeah, you're right, Dave. We got it right. Yeah, he might be. Where you at, Israel? Yeah, he might be. Fam, you got a question, guys? All right. All right. If you have no question, we out of here, man. All right. Thank everybody for Q&A. Hey, if anybody got nothing said, we're gonna go ahead and stand and close out. Go ahead, Israel. Our Father which art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done on earth
Thy will be done in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into
But
temptation.
deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory forever.
And the glory forever.
In Jesus' mighty name.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Very good.